The music that you hear is pure, clean, positive vibration for meditation and healing, a prominent YouTube channel. Sacred and sovereign, your authentic identity. As we go mining the inner dimensions, we know the place of power and all that is contained within us is in the inner dimensions. Sacred and sovereign are just two of the foundational blocks for your identity. Stay in the knowing. This is a time of new streams of knowledge. Knowing. What is knowing? That's your inner capacity to evolve and expand. That's going to bring positive light and blessings emanating into the world as a new paradigm shift of this golden age, providing illumination outwardly and powerfully transforming inward shifts. Allow yourself to remember you are a conscious being, a co-creator. Knowing just doesn't stop there. Knowing your oneness. You are one with the Absolute, never separate from the Divine. Knowing your relationships are microcosmic experiences offering us all opportunities to perfect and provide unconditional love. It's like looking in a mirror when you're seeing someone else. There are things that you are to see, to understand, but always from a point of love and sacredness. Knowing you are one of many to promote and provide always authentic expressions as vital co-contributors, infinite beings of light. You are sovereign. You are a valuable co-contributor. You have some really firm internal assets. First, your existence. It was a divine placement. Your synchronicity. That's your adaptability that goes along with each and every climate because you have the ability to not just muddle through, but to thrive and continue to remain in the space of sovereign, sacred co-creator. Your awareness, your consciousness can tap into many different dynamics that are available to you. Clarity, your thought, your expression is also created by source. So there is no lack. All depths, all dimensions, densities, and creation is available to you. We currently occupy a time stream of abundance release. Abundance, that's not a misspelling. Abundance release. We're getting an abundance of information, good, bad, indifferent, left, right. Abundance, abundance. Massive releases are indicative of our turning. Whether you believe we're in the throes of the fourth turning in current time or nearing the fifth, the constant barrage of information is undeniable. I am asking you to go within and align your inner dimension prior to examining any text, news story, or historical data. There are numerous factual noteworthy items and just as many altered scenarios in an attempt to cause you to remain connected to the power over structure of separation. There are some with the sole purpose of causing great fear and hatred. conflicts, hatred, confusion, raging wars, divisiveness, blame, and judgment. It ends when you stop lending energy to it. Thousands of lives have been lost in the name of peace. Yes, stand up for what you believe, but remember, if anything begins to shift towards violence, hatred, and separation, that is not where you want to go. Move away from any cause that captures you with kindness and then recruits you as an agent of the enemy. The enemy is separation. We all receive a deluge of information almost hourly, but we must remember to go within and develop our true compass for navigating this chaotic frequency downloads. Our history reveals many turnings that are vitally important to our understanding and propulsion into the sacred stream of the now. We have emotions. We all experience sadness, hurt, empathy, and utter disgust. Feel. You have the right to feel, but do not partner your energy, your mindset, and your efforts in support of lower dimensional behavior. This is an act of disservice. Connecting to your essential essence. Going within several times daily will only strengthen you and give prominent placement to your core identity. Let me just clarify that a bit more. I don't mean looking for something, but just connecting and realizing that you are aware, realizing that you are awake, realizing that you are available, and realizing that your source from whence you were created is always present. So this is an auspicious occasion. Be joyful in the knowledge of how much you actually possess, but until this time stream, you weren't really aware of all these vital keys. There are key components that will always unlock and clarify your authentic self. The real you is on the inside, the operating system. Never were you without the proper tools, but now the use of those very items, the tools, the abilities, the mindsets, the gifts, along with your daily honing, will cause all your interactions to be of a genuinely sovereign action. Source supports authenticity and opens new pathways for those of us who are growing in our understanding for the correct purposes. Not just any purpose. Extremism, extremism, extremism. Wow. Another boulder in the wall of fear. Watch out. Don't lend your efforts to any cause, especially a peace march or a rally. Visible displays of support for a peaceful resolution can quickly bring out the opposition, a strategy of CNC, confuse and conquer. Always false portrayals can abound. When you view horrendous acts in the media, remember, yes, we have seen many that are absolutely true. But anything can be staged, manipulated, or promoted from an angle of sensationalism. We have seen many that are factual. There is enough genuine negativity without additional input from extremists. All life matters. All lives have purpose. Every life. Nothing happens by chance. A sentient kind, we're all strategically placed in time streams by Source. Do not cancel out anyone. Your sacredness. The balancing foundational stones. When we live in our emotions, logic, and rely on ARS, the automatic response system, we are often depressed, angry, discouraged, or unfulfilled, in a state of constant wondering. This is a very negative harbinger for our health and longevity, a large-scale contributor to the onset of mental and physical illness. Sacredness, created by a sacred source, filled with sacred abilities, love, logic, clarity, understanding of all things, remaining current today and all days when we are attuned to the authentic self. You are sacred, placed here to transform and live as infinitely aligned being of light. When you begin to realize the depth of your sacred self, your outer world will be transformed right before your eyes. Your sovereignty. The sovereign source is your creator. As a purely divine subject of source, you are recognized as a sovereign co-creator, co-contributor to the universe. This is your domain. Your current time stream assignment is Earth. Let's rein in the desire that we have, so many of us. Let's just rein it in, that desire to exit the planet and begin to sincerely accept the golden scepter now. Take your authority, your dominion, as I am vital, I have a voice, and I'm not just realizing that I am not exalted above any other, but as one part of the whole. Source placed you here for great purposes. You already possess those great abilities, most of which are lying dormant as you follow the O's, obvious outside sources. At the turn of the century, when the world became very much an industrialized nation and a path of mechanical structures and jobs, there was a great outpouring of so many beginning to work in a different way. But this is not how we were to be structured in our heart and our mind. There is so much more awaiting you. In this current time stream of great turnings, we are moving 180 degrees away from separation. Embrace your sovereignty. You are the king or the queen of your domain. Never give away your sovereignty. It is priceless. Always infinite. Always loved, always grateful, always forgiving, always remain current in my knowledge and abilities, always connect with source and raise my vibrational field effortlessly, always acknowledge the love and guidance of Gaia and the universe, always allow source to assign to me every assistance I need. Provision and abundance is my portion. Provision and abundance is my portion. Not just materially, but intellectually, physically, in every dimension. As long as I remain centered in love, the Christ consciousness, that's just one example. It could be the Shiva, the Shakti. There are among many other examples that are remaining fully connected to source for all things. Practice gratitude, forgiveness, and thanks. Every moment of every hour, every day. Being and becoming. That's an infinite flow. Being and becoming. Being authentic in knowledge and power was created to become authentic in all things. Blissful, joyful enlightenment. Sending you much love authentically. My daily meditation always includes you. We are connected in ways that are yet to be revealed. My full assurance is in this time stream of the now, where we will all begin to grow, thrive, and become truly authentic. Source is patiently awaiting the glorious moment when we, en masse, as many have at this point, and many will, All say yes and proceed to move beyond the illusion and move upward daily. Ascension in the now. Not speaking of ascension to another planet, another world. Let's make sure we're doing here where we're based what we need to do, how we need to express ourselves, and the skills and abilities that we have. Universal change, love, and communion of oneness, where all are celebrated. You are the spark of universal change. Go within and remember, everyone progresses and moves, learns, gathers, accepts, and allows in different times. Do not force or push anyone. Be an example of love because they don't have to go where you go when you go. There is no such thing as left behind. Peace.